realizes that there's a very life and death situation it's presented with. It is stealing resources from all over the body and redirecting it to what it needs. Whether it's your vision or your hearing or whatever superpower that you may have to experience in that event to survive, it is sending all its resources to that area. And at that point in time, it's saying, you know what? Bladder control, it's not that important right now. We can live without that. And it takes that resource and it redistributes somewhere else. That's what happens. The body is an amazing thing. It's amazing what you can do and how you can survive an event. We're going to talk about some of these events these people survive. But what do you have to tell yourself before? Exactly. I'm going to survive. I am going to win this fight. I am not going to be a victim. I am not going to lay here and die today. I've been doing this job for a long time. Not one time did I go to work thinking this could be the day. There's never been that day. I go home every day. And I will whoop each and every one of you to go home tonight, if that's what I got to do. I'm sorry, but I'm going home. And you may not. You know, I don't want to find anybody in jail. When you get a young officer, you know, and they're all full of what they're full of, and they got that testosterone flowing through them, I got to be nice. I gotta be nice. I got to watch my language. So they've got all this testosterone, all this energy, and you know, like, oh, you want to fight me on the pole? You want to fight? Let's go. I'll fight you. Those days are long gone. I'd rather talk to somebody in jail. It's a lot easier. I hurt the next day. It hurts because it's hard to get out of bed. Everything's sore, it hurts. There's a long time to heal up. But if I have to, I'll fight you. If I have to fight you, I'm going to hurt you. Because I'm going to win. I am not going to be a victim. I am going home. And that's what each and every one of you tell yourself. I am not going to be a victim. I am not going to lay here and die. I am going home today. It's my life and I have a right to fight for it. They do not have the right to take it. Mine or yours. Don't allow them. Do not be a victim. The human brain, the lizard brain. They did this to kind of simplify this, and this is some of the stuff that we talk about with police officers and how we deal with stress and how the stress affects us. The human brain is an amazing thing. We talked about that. It's very complicated. It does all kinds of stuff. We work every day in a normal environment in our forebrain, the human brain here. We have the ability to reason. We have the most complex brain of any critter on God's earth. We can do amazing things. We work in the forebrain under normal conditions. We can solve problems. We can deal with events. We can see a problem, we can have a solution, we can fix things. We ration, we reason. But when stress hits us, we fall back to our midbrain, or here, our lizard brain. The lizard brain is very basic. It has very basic survival instincts, right? The lizard, it's just trying to do a few things. This thing to go forward. Come on. Fight, flight, or freeze. It's got to feed itself. Just basic instincts. That's all it's working on. Basic brain. It doesn't reason. It doesn't do all this stuff. It just deals with what it has to do with survive life. Everybody seen animals in the wild? They see, you know, like a cottontail rabbit. You walk up on a rabbit. What's a rabbit's number one defense system? It freezes. It stops. It doesn't move. Right? It hides. It tries to blend with surrounding, and right before you step on it, it'll take off running because you've gotten so close you almost walked up on it. Will a deer freeze?
Yep.
Yep. So will people. If we're not prepared, we will fall to that midbrain and we'll freeze. Because we get stuck there. Is that where we need to be? Mm-hmm. No. We got to stay in our forebrain or the human brain. We need to, and the way we do that is preparing. The way we do it with police officers is we inoculate them to stress. We put them in high stress training events. Some of our reality-based training, our force-on-force training, where we use what we call simunitions, basically paintball guns. Where they're going in with live actors in a live situation, and those guys may shoot them. And they have to deal with that. And to amp the stress up, we're sitting there, we're going to evaluate them, we're going to videotape them, we're going to do feedback. And they're having to perform in front of their peers, their coworkers, their supervisors. Is that stressful? The last thing they want them to go out is go out with paint runs all over them. But besides, it hurts. Hurts bad. So we put this in these high stress events, and the stress in these training events are usually more than what would be in a real life event for them. But if they go through it enough, they get used to functioning in that event. They get better at dealing with the stress, so they come out of their midbrain or their lizard brain, and they are able to stay in their forebrain and work through the problem. Their performances go way up. Their decision making goes way up. Complaints go down, excessive force goes down, and they perform better. That's what we want you guys to do. Get out of that midbrain, start planning ahead how you're going to deal with this stuff, and get out of the lizard brain and stay in your human brain. All right. We've been going for a while. We're going to take a quick break if you guys are okay, and then we're going to get through the rest of this program, and we'll be done. So let's take about